Hello, everyone. It's me, Captain Blueberry Buckaroo, aka Lancer737, and today we're going to be visiting People's Equestrias and talking about theories and facts and stuff like that. Probably won't be as crazy as the last video I made, but it still should be pretty good. We're going to go back to Ponyville and then visit some people's other versions of Ponyville. But first, don't forget to add me. My friend code is in the top left-hand corner. And here we go, unless it doesn't load. If it messes up, we could just go straight to theories and other things like that. Has some good ones to talk about. And it's not loading bad this time. Although it does have all these people's places randomly out of order. Again, popping in and out of existence. It's always a bit annoying to me. Man, it's just so weird. And it also is discouraging because it makes me feel like I am definitely going to miss people's Ponyvilles I want to go to because it keeps on making their profiles pop in and out of my list. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit. Okay. I do have to go further, I believe. I think I went to Cherry Daisy last. Did I not? Oh, no. I have to still keep going. I think Rosie Knight was the last place I went to. But let's see. Yeah, I believe that's the last place I needed to go. Or darn, what was it? Cherry Daisy. I'm gonna go with Cherry Daisy. I think Cherry Daisy was the last place I went. Gonna go to Pinky Music. We'll know if we've been here or not before. I hope. Here you go, Pinky Music. This place looks very nice. Very, very nice. Kind of like what you've done there with the journal. Not quite sure if it's specifically Twilight's journal or if it's the two sisters. I think they're trying to go with the same thing that they did in Lord of the Rings, where the two sisters had their own journal and then Twilight's adding to that journal. Don't know. It could be the same journal. I mean, different journal, but same cover just to give it uniformity. I like all the wreaths that you got there. Now, if I were to pick a favorite spot, I think it would probably have to, excuse me. I think it would probably have to be this area. There's just something about it that looks very intriguing, especially having that. I know it had something to do with the changelings. I think it's like their learning area. Something intriguing about it, especially since it feels absolutely focused on the spot, which technically it is. But I really like it. Anyway, Pinky Music, Merry Christmas to you and have a Happy New Year. Oh, and that reminds me, all of you, don't forget to like and hit the little bell and subscribe and leave comments because that will definitely help the channel, especially now that YouTube has a new policy that's making it so a lot of people have way less views than they normally do. See, that's so weird. I hit all those and it keeps on making people's profiles pop in and out. But yeah, you might have noticed, like, it happened right after I made a video about Sombra. I mean, like, a non-commentary video about Sombra, a campaign about them. Had almost 200 views. And then, like, the very next day, that's when they implemented their thing. And it was like, I didn't even make it past, like, I don't know, 60. It was like, wow. But knowing that it's because of YouTube that a lot of this weird stuff is happening, it doesn't upset me too much because I probably have even more views than that. It's just it can't be seen. And I was watching one of my videos view counters the other day, and it was going backwards. I was like, yeah, I see the game you're playing, Trollestia. Oh man. Well, that's just how it's gonna be, I guess. Okay, next is Brian. Let's go meet Brian. Here you go, Brian. This place also looks extremely nice. Definitely like what they did with that stretch of area with the trees. That's really cool too, their Christmas section right there. There's Garble. Wasted potential. It's a shame. He could have been an epic villain. He was an epic villain until they did what they did with him. Having his situation and issues resolved so easily and in a weird way. We could be having a theory right now that Garble could show up in G5, but that's extremely unlikely. I mean, yeah, they could have a G5 version of Garble, but I would hope they treat him better as a villain instead of in the very end treating him as a joke villain. He was a very serious villain until they're like, well, he's just upset that he doesn't want, you know, other dragons will make fun of him if he doesn't play the bongos. It's like, that's it. He was psychotically dangerous because he's afraid people would make fun of him because he wanted to play the bongos. Could be oversimplifying it, but they should not have done that with him. In fact, he should have been with the main villains in season 9, Cozy Glow and Tyrek and Queen Chrysalis. They should have been a 4-person team. Really, it should have been a team up of just about all the villains, to be honest with you. But man, it's just such a shame. Anyway, if I were to pick a favorite spot, it's going to include this hotel and the scenery, including the stretch of trees behind it. I really love the look. I love how it just pops, especially because I love, integrating trees with city stuff. And this is definitely a hotel I would want to stay at, especially if it was in the back area so I could look at the trees. It'd be really cool. Anyway, Brian, Merry Christmas to you and have a Happy New Year. Ooh, I have a feeling it's going to be an annoying load. Oh, but anyway, I'm gonna have more videos and stuff on the channel like I normally do. It's just I've been so busy. I have an entire thing already made full of videos for other stuff that I like, including Halo. Just I need to make the thumbnails for them, and I'm also still working on that Princess Luna video. It's getting crazy. The intro for it's gonna drive you nuts because it's gonna be wishing people a Merry Christmas and well, I'm doing it right now, but it's like people are going to be like, why didn't this come out during Christmas? Well, programming error. That's why, unfortunately. Anyway, Prim Pie. Let's go visit Prim Pie. But I hate it because like I was about ready to get that project done with Princess Luna. I mean now you know it's about Princess Luna. And then I had to have this huge freaking software error that prevented me to have it done by Christmas. I need a better video editor. I need a lot of things. New computer, new TV, new Xbox. My Xbox is not running well. In fact, it's showing signs of wanting to die. Randomly disconnecting its controller when using it. This place looks really nice, by the way. That looks really cool, having all the red flowers next to Element of Loyalty. Actually, huh. Well, you didn't do anything with that one, but I also noticed you did something with honesty, keeping it color themed. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what you did, and it looks very, very nice, but not so much with rarities or twilights. Or to be more exact, I should say, element of magic and element of generosity. Because they weren't exactly always rarities and twilights. Okay, if I were to pick a favorite spot, Yes, it is going to include the hotel, but it also includes Twilight's castle, and technically super young Cadence's castle. They just look really nice together, especially with the winter season going on here. It looks really cool. It might not look as cool with the other skins backgrounds, but it looks very very nice here. I really like it. I'm really digging it. Prim Pie did a nice job here. Merry Christmas to you and have a happy New Year. This might be my favorite place today. And that being said, let's get into some pony theories. So let's get some clarifications. When I was talking in my comics section about no, I was talking about it in a video. I was talking about how to resolve an attack in the G5 universe from an adult crazy version of Cozy Glow. I was talking about methods about, doing so, and one of them being to sap the magic out of her. To clarify on that, I'm taking this under the premise that and into account that something had to have happened to the magic in G5. And this may have been a techno magical effect or a spell. And if they were to be attacked by a different universe's version of Closey Glow, a crazy Closey Glow, I can't even say her name anymore. I can't talk ever anymore. Cozy Glow. If we're talking about a dangerous adult version of her that still has her magic, then one of the things that you would do if this universe did lose its magic through techno magical means or a spell would be to try to use those same methods that cause them to also lose their magic. If it's not, constantly doing it, and it may not be. Now, doing how to do so is what would be difficult. If it's technomagical, you would have to find the device that did it. Not sure if it would be well known about how or why it was done. Now, if it's purely a spell, that's going to be even more difficult because, all the magic's been drained apparently, and so how would the spell work? Maybe the spell is immune to its own effects. It's fair. Um, would the characters know how to do it? That's a more difficult thing that could be part of the quest too. Find someone to teach them how to use the spell while everyone's being epically destroyed by a very crazy adult Cozy Glow. And this, the same thing could apply to any other villain that is magically powerful that may show up in G5. Now, let's talk about some other things. I've noticed that some people didn't know that sea ponies are their own thing. Granted, yeah, when people say sea pony, they think hippogriff. But what if I told you that there are sea ponies, actual sea ponies? I could tell you a story or show you one that wouldn't be told to you by a Jedi. First, we have this story, which featured sea ponies. But to clarify, there's two legit species of sea ponies, and this does not include hippogriffs. You have mermares and the legit sea ponies. But these are legit sea ponies right here. Sorry, mermares. These are mermares, but I prefer to call them sea ponies too. Because I don't know, it feels kind of strange calling them mermares, but that's what they are. And I know some people don't like to count the comics as canon, but they are. Um, and even then, if it has heavy contradictions, they also pointed out they're part of the multiverse of MLPG4. So it's still fair game, even if it doesn't exactly happen in the same universe. Now, to show you what a sea pony actually looks like, this is from one of their picture books. It is canon as well, but this is what a mermare looks like, and they're much bigger than even sea ponies. Oh, come on, I haven't even done anything in that stupid game in a long time. I'm sorry about this interruption by the stupid Mafia game. But anyway, this is a legit sea pony. Um, and in this story, the sea ponies are racing mermares. No, for no nefarious reasons. They get along. The sea ponies have their own kingdom, though. In fact, I'll go over more information about them much sooner, but they are very much canon, even if the art style is different. I don't mind it. It's kind of cool. It feels a little bit weird because like for the ones that you're used to, like Rainbow Dash, that doesn't quite look right. But hey, that's just how it is. This is from the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic wiki. I normally would not use a wiki, but it does have excerpts from um, the creator of G4's Story Bible. If you're not familiar with the Story Bible, they usually do not show those to the public. And they will write lore in it that will, it may be revealed very soon in the show or novels, or it's something that'll be alluded to, but it won't be a fact that's absolutely clear about a specific character or an event or something like that. But events and stuff will be fully written out in it for the writers to use as a point of reference when they're making show episodes. And their residence is in Equestria, Sequestria. I'm pretty sure that's where the the hippogriffs are from, if I remember correctly. Okay, this is what it says right here. Sea ponies and mermares are two races of aquatic pony-like creatures in Equestria, similar to sirens and kelps. Kelpies, I'm not familiar with that creature, that appear and are alluded to in the series. My Little Pony, the movie, IDW comics, storybooks, and other media and merchandise. They are based on the real-life seahorse and mythological hippocampus. Development and production. Sea ponies and mermares are based on the very similarly named sea ponies and somewhat similar named fancy mermaid ponies of Generation 1 and the mermaid ponies of Generation 3.5. 3.5. I don't think the rest of this is relevant. This is, well, at least most of it isn't relevant. Here, this is Lauren Foss. This is her statement on June 2011 on DeviantArt that she had a Sea Pony episode idea, but it didn't get made under her watch. She also stated in June 2013 on Pony-chan that she had an idea for Sea Ponies, but wasn't sure about it though. The idea was also brought up by M.A. Larson at the Equestria LA 2015 and it is featured in the show Bible under the sample title Nothing More to See. So it is absolutely, they exist in the show Bible. But let's get into in-universe facts as opposed to out-of-universe, because as I stated, they are in the show Bible. Depictions in the series. In the season 5 episode, Scaremaster, Rarity dresses up as a sea pony mermare for Nightmare Night. And in the season 7 final episode, Shadow Play, Part 2, Twilight Sparkle finds a book about sea pony etiquette. And I would argue that that is about the OG sea ponies and mermares, not hippogriffs, because I'm pretty sure the lore would be hippogriffs, not sea ponies. So they are definitely mentioned in MLP. Ironically enough, Shadow Play Part 2 is one of my absolute top favorite episodes. I'm actually kind of surprised I did not remember her mentioning sea ponies. In the season 8 episode, School Days, Part 1, Silverstream is introduced as a hippogriff student of the School of Friendship. She's able to change between her hippogriff form and her sea pony form with the help of a magical necklace. In addition, in Surf and Hors Turf, Twilight once again transforms into a sea pony, as do the Cutie Mark Crusaders. It is also revealed that in that episode, while some of the sea ponies have decided to return to their hippogriff form and repopulate Mount Eris, others have decided to remain as sea ponies in Sequestria. Oculus transforms into a sea pony using her changeling abilities and non-complete claws. Hippogriffs are not really important in this. Not that I dislike them. Silverstream, I think she's really cool. Okay. Don't care about those because they're really hippogriffs. Okay, depictions in the comics. My Little Pony Micro Series, issue number 4, Jetpack comic, cover Ari and Larry's Comics and Jetpacks comics cover. Okay, forget about the covers. The covers obviously feature the mermares, which I mentioned before. Story art, My Little Pony. My Little Pirate Friendship Ahoy. Pirate Captain Hoofbeard spends most of the story pursuing his precious Jewel. In the second half of the story arc, Jewel is revealed to be a mermare who is in love with him. That's very nice. I'm not going to completely read through these. I'm just going to mention where they themselves are featured. My Little Pony, Friends Forever, issue number 3, page 1. Princess Celestia mentions the Sea Pony delegation on My Little Pony, Friends Forever, issue number 28. Phoenix Comics and Games cover RE. Original character, Marine, is sometimes referred to as an orca sea pony. Okay, we got to check this out. Never heard of this character. Oh, you got me with the ads. No. This may have been a mistake. List of sea ponies and mermares. Okay, let's go there. Okay, what is this doing? Oh, that's kind of cool. Name, Arrow, Sea Pony. That's a cool looking sea pony. You know what? We need a sea section in this game for all the sea ponies. We need that. That would be really freaking cool. Okay, they don't have a picture for them. That's a hippogriff. Another sea pony. They're not bad looking. They kind of look like a hornet, color-wise. Shape-wise, not so much. There's a mermare. She looks pretty cool. Hippogriffs. The toys don't do anything for me. Failed image. Oh, okay, there is a sea pony, and they look pretty cool. I like them. Wonder what kind of different subgroups they have, because there's clearly a unicorn one in the background, and then you have what would be the equivalent of a true, sea pony or earth aquatic sea pony. So I wonder if they have ones with bigger wings or something for flying. Hippogriffs, more hippogriffs, sea pony. Not bad looking, more hippogriffs. That must be her. That has to be her. She looks really awesome. I think she looks really freaking awesome. I would love to get that. Other depictions. Lara Foss Series Bible. This is specifically from the Series Bible. Contains a sample adventure story titled Nothing More to See. Its depictions or descriptions reads, the ponies go on a vacation to the beach only to find that the tide has gone so unusually far out. It has uncovered a portion of the kingdom of the sea ponies. Dried up and languishing in the sun, the once lush beautiful city of the sea is quickly turning into ruins. Twilight, having just learned some special water magic for this trip, helps her friends enter the ocean where they meet the sea ponies and find that the selfish, monstrous sea serpent, the Kraken, is hoarding half the water of the sea for his underground home and is taking more and more every hour. Can the ponies team up with the sea ponies to get the ocean back from the Kraken? And you can't get more official than that. And so here's from the chapter books, which, not bad. Rarity and the Curious Case of Charity. Rarity and her apprentice, Charity Sweetmint, make a sparkling sea cloth line inspired by the magical world of the sea ponies. That's kind of nice. Here's the storybooks. In the picture book, My Little Pony, Under the Sparkling Sea, the main Six and Spike visit the underwater city of Equestria, home to both sea ponies and mermares. The sea ponies here resemble seahorses and are referred to as cousins of the land-based ponies. Respective sister and brother sea ponies, Coral and Arrow, are among the notable sea ponies featured. Mermares have larger bodies than sea ponies and are described as more introverted and competitive than their fellow aquatic folk. The more notable mermare featured, Electra, races against Rainbow Dash, in the Equestria race. And if I remember correctly, in the show Bible, um, and I think he's in the comics too, um, Celestia's cousin, and it's ironic because it says Celestia's cousin, not Celestia and Luna's cousin. He is the king of Equestria, or in the multiverse, is a king of one of the multiple Equestrias. But yeah, I hope you like this covering of sea ponies. They very much are canon. But let's talk about one other thing. This I thought you should see. This is a video from Evie's Toy House. Um, the reason I thought that you should see this is apparently in this box art, she is shown being an alicorn, but a very unique kind. It reminds me much more of the artificial kind of Pegasus that Rarity became to watch Rainbow Dash race in Cloudsdale. And this is just a very, very, very quick, easy theory. But if you look at the arrangement of the glowing orbs that come with this character, and it may be nothing, but it may be that those are the elements of harmony right there, top left-hand corner. I do not know if it was a commonly known fact that the merchandise for G5 would constantly show Sunny as an alicorn, or if this is just one of the few times where she is going to be, shown as being an alicorn. But I would have high suspicions if those orbs weren't meant to represent the elements. Granted, they all had horseshoes on them, but we didn't get an extremely good look at those. For all we know, it might have the elements of harmony emblems on those orbs. Although some of the colors do not match what they should be if this was like, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Fluttershy, Twilight, Pinkie Pie. They don't exactly match, but I have a very sinking suspicion that it's supposed to represent those. But this, again, could be G5's version. Not a continuation of primary G4. So their origins could be extremely different. In fact, for all we know, the stories of the G4 characters are going to inspire them to create the actual elements in their own G5 universe. You never know. Things may be so dire that they have to craft them themselves, pouring upon them their own emotions based off what they should be if it was the elements in G4. Putting all your happiness into the thing that will become the element of, laughter. Putting all your honesty into the thing that'll become the element of honesty. And so on and so forth. Sky's the limit, especially since the show hasn't come out. And so everything, all of our speculations, wild speculations, could end up actually being even better than what we were going to see in this show. You never know. And the other thing, and this goes into the other thing that I should bring up. Twilight was brought up again. And again, we don't know too much. G4 could